B.A. You know, one thing they have in common, they make smart decisions with the ball. And, of course, they know how and when to attack. I think we'll get some high IQ hoops here tonight.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Andrews in at the 1. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Brunson, and it's Lee with the rebound. Barrett against Bridges. Barnes with a screen on Bridges. Barrett passes to Lee. Fires the 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Pass to the chosen one. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Bridges against Barrett. Here's Lee. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Back to Lee. Beyond the arc. And he can't get that one.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Brunson. Now here's Towns. Let's go with a 3. New York again, can't hit. Outside Barnes. Here's Andrews. Outside Barrett. Here's Lee. Oh, you look at his scoring average of 34.5 points a game. Very impressive. The chosen one, the pass to Towns. Outside Brunson. It's deflected. It's Barrett on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Barrett can't hit.
That was their 4th straight miss to start this game. Not ideal.
Pass to Brunson. And here's Bridges. New York working the ball around now. Here's the chosen one. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Finally able to knock one down. Hopefully the lid is off the basket.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
And that one misses. The Raptors have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
R.J. Barrett right there playing with an edge. I want to see more of that from him.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And Brunson gets it to go.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Well, you can tell when a shooter is confident. He shot that like he knew it was going in.
Here's Andrews. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Bridges. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter.
Toronto foul. Lee. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Brunson. 6 to shoot. Fires from the wing.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
Lee, the pass to Skinny. Back to Lee. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, he needed that bucket to show there isn't a lid on there.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Anunoby finds Brunson. Bridges outside. The 3-ball. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Here's Lee. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. Here's Andrews. Pass to Barrett. Barnes with a screen on Brunson. The three, Barrett. And it's New York with a rebound. They defeated Milwaukee in their last game.
Yeah, it was relentless play at both ends of the court in that game. They were able to seize control and maintain it.
That is the way they would like to play every night, but of course each opponent represents different challenges.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Brunson. He's coming off a 19-point game against Milwaukee. Outside Anunoby. Towns on a screen. To the wing on the left. From downtown. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Lee's got his 6th rebound on the night. 17-foot shot on the way. Good on the bucket.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Now here's Brunson. A top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. It's good.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Here's Andrews. It's a 5-point game. It's the trifecta. Andrews has got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Anunoby can't get it to go. And for Toronto, they're shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Pass to Barrett. Hurdle up top. Here's Lee. Shoots it from the high post. Connects. The jumper drops. Lee's got his 2nd basket.
Defenses nowadays try to protect the rim and the three-point line, so the mid-range is usually available.
Towns for 3, and it's Lee with the rebound. Lee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. You know, Tim, both of Jakob Poeltl's parents played volleyball for the Austrian national team.
Yeah, he comes from an athletic family, and he certainly has a lot of agility for his size. And I think, in today's game, you need your big men to be able to move their feet.
So it's the Knicks now, following the 3-point basket by Toronto. Pass to Towns, to halt the run. Rebound, Toronto.
Something's off about him this quarter.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right. Look out below!
And the two-handed jam!
Terrific awareness by Bridges, jumping all over that steal.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Can. Here's Barnes, still without a bucket. Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. All right, Grant, when your team is in the 2nd game of a back-to-back, do you play it differently?
You know, it depends on what happened in the first game. Did your starters have to play a lot of minutes? Did you get into double overtime? It just depends, B.A.
Checked in for Poeltl. Chris Middleton comes in for Lee, and it's Walter in for Barrett. Pass to Middleton. Back to Barnes. Here's Andrews. He played a great game against Charlotte. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Barnes the bucket on the assist by Walter. And the Raptors lead by 3.
Well, Barnes plays with a real edge. It allows him to get in there and mix it up with the big boys.
Clarkson for 3. Andrews grabs the board.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
High post Gafford. Pass to Middleton. And he's going for the lob. It's stolen by Hart. And here's Clarkson. Yep, that one's good.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
17-16.
Middleton against Hart. Barnes. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
They found some room there along the baseline. Some space at the rim. Goes right up and puts it in without resistance.
Towns on the screen. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Toronto.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
And it's tied up with that one. All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Here's Brunson, following the bucket by the Raptors. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Barnes passes to Skinny. High post Gafford. Pass to Andrews. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Now here's Barnes. He was another key contributor in that win against Charlotte. And the basket by Andrews.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Here they are, fans. Put your hands together for your Knicks City Dancer.
A moment here to see the numbers for him.
City Dancer.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. 4-point game. Hart passes to Brunson. Now here's Clarkson. Clock at 6. Rebound Toronto. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Here's Andrews. And it's off from 3-point range.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Pass to Brunson. Robinson against Gafford. Hart from long range. Gafford grabs the miss. Here's Andrews. Here's Walter. He's covered by Clarkson. Walter, good.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's the chosen one. In it to one. That's the group from New York starting the second.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot three.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the night now.
Shooting three.
First one falls for him. Well, Tim, you hear about the move to positionless basketball. The Raptors are well equipped.
Yeah, they are loaded with athletic wings and interchangeable pieces, which gives them a high level of versatility.
And he sinks the second. Tim, you got into the NBA media very quickly after your playing days. Were you naturally drawn to this side of the game?
Well, B.A., I think I always saw the game as a coach would, trying to watch all 10 players at the same time. So for me, the ability to stay connected to the game while also talking about it and hopefully teaching people really is what's drawn me to it from the beginning.
And no suffering the L from the broadcast table.
That's for sure. You don't have to have any sleepless nights.
Knicks trail by 9. Pass to Anunoby. Up top, Robinson. New York working the ball around now. To the inside. And Gafford with the block.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
And the dunk by Gafford.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Here's the chosen one. He had 34 points in the win against Milwaukee. Pass to Hart. Here's the chosen one. Offline with a three. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Toronto shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
He knocks down the first one.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Both good from the line that time. And you heard that the Raptors were looking to be aggressive this summer, Tim. Why now?
Well, they're trying to replicate what they accomplished when they acquired Kawhi Leonard, which led to a title in 2019. So this is a front office not afraid to shake things up.
First trip to the line for him here.
At the line, 2 shots.
And he drops it first. And both free throws good for Robinson. Raptors lead by 11. Quickly outside. Pass to Lee. Left side Barrett. Quickly right side. Here's Lee. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Up top McBride, guarded by Barrett. Pass to Robinson, stolen by Gafford. It's tipped. Outside Anunoby. Robinson passes to the chosen one. And he lobs it up top. And a big finish by Robinson.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Absolutely jaw-dropping. Now here's Gafford. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's the chosen one. He has 6. Tipped. 11 feet out. Kicks it to Quickly. Takes a 3. Hits a three-pointer. Quickly's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
A lot of confidence that time by Quickly, showing you he can play off the ball as well.
McBride passes to the chosen one. Back to McBride. Inside. Here's Robinson. It doesn't go for it. Nice D from Gafford. And it's Barrett off the drive. Takes the 3. Count it. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Toughest defenses to score against. Second, the Raptors. In third, the Knicks.
Both teams really take pride in their defense and shutting one another down, which is kind of refreshing to see in a league widely dominated by offense.
Outside McBride. Pass to the chosen one. Screen by Robinson. Down low. New York working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. the chosen one. And again, the Knicks missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Lee. Anunoby covering. Lee misses.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
Up top, Robinson. Pass to the chosen one. And here's Hart. Robinson, a screen on quickly. And the Knicks miss again.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Here's Gafford. And the layup is good off the glass. Gafford's gotten 4 this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Now here's Anunoby. Yet to see a basket to win the drought. And a big finish by Robinson.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
After seeing a franchise player like Luka Doncic traded, you think there's anyone who's truly untouchable now, Tim?
Well, I tell you what, that trade, B.A., made me realize nobody in this league is immovable. You just don't know what the future holds, and I think fewer guys will stay with one team their entire careers.
That was a shocker for sure. That one's off. Well, Legs, being a GM in the NBA is a tough gig. What's the most important part of the job, in your opinion?
Well, B.A., evaluating talent is still the main responsibility of the job. That includes drafting, free agency, even selecting a coach. But then it's about building relationships, establishing communication, and culture.
Ooh, it sounds like a lot of qualifications that you have.
Well, I'm pretty comfortable right here, if that's okay.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Robinson passes to Hart. The 3 is up. They get it back. Kicks it out to Anunoby. And the 3 off target.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Then, Josh Hart is great at moving off ball. And he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut, guys.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Pass to Lee. Here's Murray Boyles. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
We want to get loud, and we've got the perfect team to help. Your next 7-man squad. Let's go, New York. Put your hands together for your next 7-man squad.
Sohan comes in for Anunoby. Mikal Bridges checked in for Hart. And it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. It's Barnes on the wing. Sohan covering. 4 on the clock. Barnes passes to Lee. And again, no good by Toronto. Knicks trail by 16. Here's Sohan. There's the block. They retain possession. Towns can't get it to go.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Pass to Andrews. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Now here's Brunson. Give him 8. New York working the ball around now. Drops in the 3.
Off the catch, Sohan is pretty reliable. He's a smart shooter, and he won't pass up those high percentage opportunities.
Here's Andrews. 14 points for him. And there's the lob.
Also, plays like that are crucial right now. You have to convert on every turnover you get.
Toronto leading by 13. Outside Barnes. Pass to Andrews. From behind the arc. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. The chosen one. The pass to Brunson. Towns a screen on Middleton. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And that is his 3rd foul of the half. Now they've got to make a tough decision.
And New York has possession. Pass to Sohan. Outside Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up. And it's Lee with the rebound. Lee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Middleton, a good look. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
A proven champion. Middleton is someone any team would love to have. A great player and a great locker room presence as well. 2.
First one falls for him. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, B.A., you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
And so he hits both. A huge part of the Milwaukee Bucks 2021 championship run. Chris Middleton.
Yeah, he averaged 24 points a game during those playoffs, B.A. And his injury the following year was a big reason the Bucks didn't repeat. Middleton, at his all-star peak, was something special.
Well, Grant, the 2025 season was sort of a return to form for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, B.A., he just seemed more comfortable out there, right? Getting back to what his numbers used to look like and just playing with reckless abandon.
The first one falls.
And no matter what the chatter is out there, all Big Cat does is produce on a nightly basis.
And so Towns nails them both.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
It's Barnes on the wing. They swipe it. Here's Brunson. No good with the elbow jumper.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Lee. It's Middleton on the wing. Pirtle with a screen on Brunson. 11 feet out. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Well, among the many things he does well, that's one of Pirtle's major contributions. He's a great screen setter.
Brunson surveys. Towns outside. Out left to the wing. Towns a screen on Barnes. Pass to Bridges. 5 on the clock. Here's the chosen one. Drains the triple. The chosen one's got 11.
He's really carrying the load. But no man can do it all by himself.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
There is nothing better than a big win on the road for team chemistry. It is something you can build on.
Let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Raptors. They love where they stand right now. First place. And, of course, New York, a couple spots down.
You know, for the Raptors, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, coming into the year, they were certainly one of the favorites, if not the favorite. And they have not disappointed.
The offensive rebound. Middleton from the outside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And I love how they're working much harder on the glass this quarter and drumming up more second chance opportunities.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the half.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Here's Lee. And that comes off the assist by Middleton.
3 points.
Middleton's got 3 assists tonight.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Now here's Bridges. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And let's not discount what he did from the line. He stopped the clock and gave his team a chance to set up their half-court defense.
Don't let Brunson get hot. I mean, he'll answer all game long.
Raptors lead 55-42.
Here's Andrews. He's got 14. Here's Lee. From down to the low post, it goes. Lee's got 10 points in the quarter.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
New York working the ball around now. Towns passes to the chosen one. And they get it back. Here's Towns. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Towns has got 6.
Yeah, at 6'11", 250 pounds, Towns is such a tough guy to keep off the glass.
Barnes passes to Skinny. The 3 ball. And again, Toronto with a triple.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
Here's the chosen one. He's got 13. Pass to Bridges. 3-pointer. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Carl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's us as players. We're letting them get too much fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run! They're measuring up the shot. One more time. A big round of applause for the participants.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And for that game against the Celtics, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Toronto Raptors.
They are just racking up the assists right now, playing for one another. Man, this is great.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep up this mentality in the second half. If they do, they win.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Raptors lead by 16. So for Toronto right now, Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Lee in at the small forward. Outside Barrett. Here's Andrews. And again, Toronto with a triple.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Here's the chosen one. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. He's had just one attempt at the line earlier.
At the line, 2 shots.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. Tim, with his agility and that 7'3" wingspan, Scotty Barnes can guard virtually anyone.
Well, because he's got the combination, Brian, of lateral quickness and physicality. He is great at the point of attack and fighting through screens. Just a top-shelf defender.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson from the arc. Barnes with the rebound. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Barrett passes to Barnes. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Toronto with a triple.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Anunoby. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Here's the chosen one. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
Toronto leading by 21. Here's Lee. He's got 21. Over Anunoby. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, it's still a good start to the half. They had to miss sometime.
Count it. Brunson's got 13 now.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
For 3, Bridges. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. The three, Barrett. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Brunson. It's New York scoring again.
And you just can't let Brunson get to his spots. I mean, he's an excellent mid-range shooter.
51.
Pass to Lee. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. 4th, the Raptors.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
Knicks trail by 19. Outside Brunson. Pass to the chosen one. Grabs a miss. For Toronto, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this 3rd quarter.
Tenacious defender. Bridges covers so well.
Anunoby against Barnes. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Jakob Poeltl. It's his first trip to the line.
OG Anunoby at the line. 2 shots.
2.
Free throw is good from Anunoby.
You gotta like Anunoby's development so far. Not just a stellar defender, but also very versatile offensively. OG's become an impactful two-way wing.
Both free throws good from Anunoby. 3rd quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside Barrett. Pass to Andrews. No good on the triple. Knicks trail by 17. To the paint. Karl Anthony Towns doing his thing inside.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Skinny passes to Barnes. Here's Lee. Gets the 3 to fall. Lee's got 26 points.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to the chosen one. Kicks it out Towns. Just 5 to shoot, and he gets that one. Towns has got 10 points.
Taking his shot, and Towns doesn't think he just acts.
73-57.
Now here's Barnes. Here's Lee. 26 points for him. Count the basket. Lee's got 10 points in just the second half. Knicks trail by 18. Here's the chosen one. 16 points for him. Pass to Brunson. From 7 feet. And it's New York scoring again.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Timeout, Toronto. Here they are, fans. Put your hands together for your Knicks City Dancer.
To look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for Daniel Gafford.
Yeah, and his block averages have been trending the wrong way. But honestly, these numbers can be misleading. Sometimes guys just don't want to take a shot around you.
Raptors lead by 16. Pass to Lee. Here's Andrews. The three is up. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Bridges passes to the chosen one. Banked it in off the glass. The chosen one's got 18.
Yeah, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Pass to Lee. Here's Andrews. Here's Lee. Anunoby covering. Back to Barrett. Shot clock at 5. Hurdle with a screen on Brunson. Here's Barrett. Oh, he's finally able to knock one down. And the Raptors lead by 16. The Knicks have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. New York working the ball around now. Knocks down the triple. Anunoby's got 5 points now this quarter.
Every chance he gives, Anunoby will take this. He's an accurate outside shooter.
Pass to Lee.
64.
Here's Andrews. The three connects from downtown. Andrews has got 22.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
Towns taking his time here. Easy work inside for Towns.
And what I love about his performance tonight, he started slow, but he refocused at halftime, and he has really picked it up.
Here's Andrews. He's got 22. Pass to Pirtle. And he banks in the layup. Pirtle's got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, that's his bread and butter right there. That's where Pirtle wants to operate, right there in the paint in front of the rim.
Here's the chosen one. He's got 18. Towns a screen on Barrett. Towns outside. Fires the three. And again, New York with the triple.
That's his first three of the night. Maybe something to build on.
Here's Andrews. He's putting up some terrific numbers. Over 28 a game. From downtown. And again, Toronto with a triple.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's a look at the shooting guards who have been putting on a passing clinic and chalking up the assists this year. Third is Jalen Brunson.
With the traditional roles in the backcourt becoming blurred, the versatility of this group of shooting guards, it's a huge advantage.
Well, having an off guard that facilitates at this level just adds another dimension to your offense, and it makes you that much more difficult to defend.
Robinson, a screen on Barrett. Bridges passes to Robinson.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
And I've also been very impressed with their ball movement. It has led to better shots. The offense overall has had a great rhythm.
The first free throw is good. So he picks up just one from the line that time. And a fast break now for the Raptors. Here's Barnes. Some solid defense from Brunson.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. To the middle. Here's Robinson. Rebound by Middleton. Raptors lead by 15. Toronto passing it around. Gafford passes to Skinny. Barrett against Anunoby. Pass to Barnes. For three. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last. And it's Bridges with the jam.
All talent there from Bridges.
The Raptors shooting has been great this game. 58%. Here's Andrews. Brunson defending. A minute 15 left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Bridges. Down low. Robinson finds Hart. Anunoby for three. Rebound by Middleton. And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Outside Barrett. Middleton passes to Barnes. Back to Middleton. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
And with 4 fouls now, he has to be very careful.
Knicks trail by 13. There's a minute 17 left in the third quarter. To the inside. Here's Hart. And he floats it in for the easy 2. credit the sweet setup on that one.
They finally found their shooting touch after a rough first half.
Inside to stop the drought. And the dunk by Gafford.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Outside Brunson. Out to Bridges. With a screen on Gafford. Gafford against Bridges. Takes a three. Andrews grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The three. Barrett. Pure from three-point range. Barrett's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Now here's Hart. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Three-pointer, Bridges. Here's Robinson. Lays it up and banks it in. Robinson's got 9.
Everybody appreciates that extra effort on the glass.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. We'll be right back after this word. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Jeremy Sohan. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. And it's the chosen one in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from three. Only had that one in the first half.
Knicks trail by 14. Sohan, pass to the chosen one. Screen by Hart. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he throws a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. And so here is Toronto after the basket by New York on the other end. Here's Lee. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Here's the chosen one. Started by Quickly. And it's the chosen one missing. Toronto leading by 12. To the middle. Tipped away. Gary Boyle.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Towns can't get it to go.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Middleton finds Quickly. The three-pointer off the mark. The Knicks have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's the chosen one. Guarded by Quickly. And it's the chosen one missing. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard.
Yeah, he just can't get anything going in this quarter, and his team desperately in need of a spark.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Towns, a screen on Middleton. Clarkson for 3. And it's Lee with the rebound. Lee's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Quickly, passes to Lee. Down low. Gafford with the bucket.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Knicks trail by 18. Here's the chosen one. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Third personal foul. First team foul. At the line, 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Toronto making a switch here. He's off on the second.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
First personal foul. First team foul. Murray Boyles. One shot.
There are usually one or two mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, VA, we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Down it goes. Jam that one home.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Here's the chosen one. And it's Lee with the rebound.
Well, after a great start, he has really cooled off pretty quickly.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. And they recover it. Andrews. He drops it from range. Andrews has got 28 points for the game.
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
Here's Clarkson, and he hits the jumper.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Andrews. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Here's the chosen one. Rebound, Toronto.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Three-pointer is up. Middleton. Pass to Andrews. The three is up. He can't get it to go. New York has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Well, a lot of eyes focused on NBA officiating, but where their eyes are focused is also a topic.
Yeah, the league's able to track officials' position on the court and even tell where they're looking. And you cross-check that with the results and train them where to be and where to keep watching.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Out to the wing. Here's Sohan. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
A little raw skill-wise, but Sohan has that rare physical traits and a tremendous upside.
Middleton looking around. Here's Lee. And it's New York with a rebound. The chosen one's got rebound number 7 tonight. Pass to Towns. Clarkson against Middleton. Just 5 to shoot. Clarkson passes to Sohan. And it's Lee with the rebound.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Here's Andrews. Second chance shot. Gafford the screen. This one for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Sohan. Towns outside. Towns a screen on Middleton. Clarkson for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Murray Boyles. And here's Middleton. Now Gafford. Back to Middleton. Gafford with a screen on Clarkson. Middleton finds Gafford. 4-3. And it's Andrews missing. Well, the Knicks shooting only 42%. Clarkson passes to Towns. Pass to the chosen one. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Andrews. And again, no good by Toronto. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Outside Hart. Clarkson for three. Gafford grabs the miss.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
Here's Lee. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Here's the chosen one. And it's Lee with the rebound. The Raptors shooting just 37% since the fourth quarter got started. Pass to Murray Boyles. Launches it. Lee misses. Gafford against Clarkson. New York working the ball around now. Towns gets the bucket. And they tell players your career is short. Maximize your earnings. But sometimes guys take less credit.
And, you know, different things go into that. Winning, comfort, and in some cases, you're talking legacy, you know, for those rare players who've been with one team their whole career.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Here's the chosen one. Misses the three.
He's been way off the mark in this second half, just unable to get any kind of rhythm going.
Pass to Murray Boyles. Here's Lee. And he powers it down right on Karl Anthony Towns. Wow.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Here's the chosen one. Here's Towns. Rebounded by Murray Boyles. Murray Boyles has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Andrews. That three's off the mark. And the Knicks shooting 40% so far in this one.
Toronto foul.
For the Knicks. And he's checked in for Sohan. Mikal Bridges comes in for Hart. And Brunson is subbed in for Clarkson. And the Raptors making a change here. Here's Brunson. And we've heard some coaches complain about short turnarounds on back-to-back legs. Would you like to see more done there?
Well, for those late starts when you arrive at the hotel at 2 or 3 in the morning and you've got to play the next night, those are certainly rough. But I feel like the league has done all they can, eliminating back-to-backs as much as they can. And certainly there's an emphasis on recovery and rest at all costs.
Here's the chosen one. Toronto making their last shot. It's Bridges on the wing. Towns on a screen. Takes a 13-footer. Bridges misses.
Both sides going at it. Classic good offense versus good defense. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Raptors.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Lights Out.
Well, he really made his presence felt defensively. Blocking shots, altering shots. He was their anchor.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Andrews. To the inside. Barnes, it's good.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Now Bridges. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Brunson. Shot to stop the run. It's tipped. Here's Andrews. So, no problem for Toronto as they get the win. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.